friend, have you ever been in a performance class of some kind and been mystified by the term embodiment? Hi, I'm Kate Glasheen. I'm a voice and dialect coach with a passion for health and wellness. You can learn more about me at kateglasheen.com, and if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe below. Let's get started. The term embodiment can be explained many different ways, and an acting teacher might use it a little differently than, say, a voice teacher, or a voice teacher may have a different take than a movement teacher, or even a director you might be working with. The word is even used outside of performance classes, believe it or not, just to mean the representation or expression of something in a visible or tangible form, such as, she was the embodiment of sophistication. No, not me, no? Okay. Now, you may be excellent at playing a character who is the embodiment of class, or the embodiment of evil, or any archetypal, societal, or psychological trait. But when acting teachers use the term embodiment, we're usually after something a little deeper. I was preparing to teach a tool I call anchoring for my heightened text class when it suddenly struck me that my explanation of that particular tool or technique actually clicked with me as my best personal understanding of what it means to embody something as an actor. So go with me for a minute. When you express yourself vocally and physically, your voice and body are connected to your brain. Now, I know that sounds really obvious, but just hang with me. Any gesture you make, or vocal inflection, or quality, or volume change, those are all inspired by the thought that has formed in your brain and then is translated to others through whatever modes of articulation you have at your disposal. When you're acting, your voice and body are expressing the thoughts from another human being's brain. The lines you learn are not your thoughts, but your character's thoughts, or really the playwright's thoughts, but let's just stick with character. So, here's my revelation. You ready? Embodiment is the process of bridging the gap between the character's thoughts and your physical self. Now, the process of doing that can look very different from actor to actor. There's a lot of different ways to do it. But here's just a really simple example. And actually, this is pretty simple, this whole idea, but that doesn't mean it's easy. So let's just take a really simple moment that could happen in your life or any script, and let's just say you're seeing a loved one, and the thought to be expressed is just a greeting. Hi or hello. So me as Kate, I as Kate, I. Yes, that matters to me, by the way. Okay, so I, as Kate, I might express myself by pitching my voice up when I say the word hi, by shortening that syllable, keeping it short, extending my arms, my face might light up. I'm expressing excitement, delight, and love for the person I'm seeing. And it might look like this. Hi! Sure, that's a perfectly reasonable choice and something I might be inspired to do by the thought of greeting a loved one. But my character, if I were playing that same moment as somebody else, might do this. They might say, hi. Still excited, still delighted, still showing some love, lower pitch, longer syllable, clasping my heart, a different gesture. Seems really obvious, but these are choices you actually have to make to embody the thought the character's having in a way that maybe you don't as yourself. Now, am I saying you have to choreograph every gesture and every pitch change? No, of course not. Please don't. But you do have to make some decisions and be sure that they are grounded in the given circumstances of the play and what you know about your character. We are interpretive artists as actors, and we get to be creative within those parameters of the given circumstances. And you get to make decisions about how your character uses her voice or body or gestures. If you've ever played the same role twice, or come back to a monologue that you haven't used for a few years, dusting it off for an audition, it's a really different experience that second time around. The thoughts feel more like your thoughts, that gap is smaller, and you're more likely to be very authentic in your movement or your vocal choices, and to respond more easily to impulse. It's a really cool feeling, but we don't usually have that luxury in a rehearsal process, so it's important to find your own process for bridging that gap. If you've ever not known what to do with your hands when you're on stage, or you find yourself making these odd little half gestures, or vocally your voice is just a wash of non-specific emotion, thinking about embodiment in this way might be really useful to you. I've been acting for over 20 years, and I love that I'm still making connections about the craft of acting. So if any acting concept or term has left you scratching your head, then just give it time. Perhaps you'll come up with an even better explanation than I just offered. By the way, there are a lot of different tools and techniques out there called anchoring, some of which have nothing to do with acting. So if you're interested in the tool that I teach, then just drop a comment in the comments section or email me at my website. And as always, thanks for watching.